and keep you informed of any updates. In addition to holding twice daily calls with city departments and agencies in order to provide updates and share information, OAMC works closely with ComEd to monitor any outages and ensure critical facilities are secure. We also want to make sure that workers in the field are keeping an eye on conditions and making sure that they are staying hydrated, not just for our city workers, but for anyone working outside in these conditions. Due to extreme heat, we urge residents to follow instructions from officials, especially if you are working outdoors or attending outdoor events, and to take necessary precautions to keep yourself safe. When temperatures climb to extreme levels, it's important to check on relatives, neighbors, seniors, and our most vulnerable. You can request a well-being check by downloading the SHI 311 app, visiting 311.chicago.gov, or calling 311 directly. However, if a resident is experiencing a medical emergency due to a heat-related illness, such as heat exhaustion or heat stroke, call 911 immediately. OAMC is coordinating with city departments and sister agencies to ensure services and resources are available in response to the heat, including cooling centers. Chicago Department of Family Support Services oversees the city's 6 cooling centers. They're open today through Friday from 9 to 5 p.m. Additional cooling centers are libraries, park district facilities during operating hours. Again, residents can call 311 or visit 311.chicago.gov to locate a cooling center in your area. Our 911 and 311 call centers will also be on alert for all calls concerning heat-related issues during these extreme emergencies. Over the next few days and throughout the summer, it's important to follow these tips to beat the heat. Stay hydrated, drink plenty of water, stay inside if you don't have air conditioning. Keep shades drawn and windows slightly open if you don't have air conditioning. Keep electric lights off or turned down. Minimize your use of oven and stove. Wear loose, light cotton clothing. Take cool baths and showers. Don't leave anyone, including pets, in a parked car even for a few minutes. Also, be aware of the cumulative effect with extreme heat and how it affects you in the coming days, even after temperatures cool down. And finally, it's important to check on each other. Stay connected is key. Thank you and be safe. I'd now like to introduce Alicia Rodriguez, Managing Deputy with Department of Family and Support Services. Alicia.
Good morning. My name is Alicia Rodriguez. I'm the Managing Deputy Commissioner at the Department of Family and Support Services. DFSS is committed to ensuring that the most vulnerable community members and residents are safe. We are taking full precautions to support Chicago seniors and individuals experiencing homelessness through our cooling centers and responses to well-being check requests. The DFSS Human Services Divisions oversees operations to the city's 6 community service centers, including the cooling areas located inside the centers during the periods of extreme heat. These cooling centers serve as safe spaces for residents seeking refuge from this weather. All locations are open from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Our Garfield Center, located at 10 South Kedzie, however, is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to ensure that we can connect residents to services. There is also a network of city facilities as police stations, libraries, park districts, locations that are available for residents, providing space where people can go to find relief from the heat. For center addresses, please call 311. Due to COVID-19 precautions and public safety guidance, we are asking that residents that seek refuge at our cooling centers wear face coverings. They are required while being in the cooling center. For senior residents, we are also making our 5 regional senior centers and 16 satellite centers available as cooling centers. As we know that seniors often face added challenges during severe weather, DFSS has partnered with sister agencies to ensure aging residents have access to services and resources that will keep them safe. In particular, we are partnering with the Department of Buildings on 311 and responding to calls for senior well-being checks and senior assistance regarding heat. This is a priority to Chicago. Together, we will provide in-person well-being checks to identify addresses that need and concerns for senior residents, disperse necessary help to seniors to navigate the heat, and use emergency funds to provide fans or air conditioning units when available. Our collaborative efforts with the Department of Buildings will also identify when a landlord or property management company has failed to turn on or repair cooling units and act swiftly to remedy any such issues with property managers and respond to resident needs. We encourage all Chicagoans to check on their elders, their loved ones, friends and neighbors who are older, and those that you know have health conditions. If you are concerned about the heat in your home or concerned about a loved one, please call 311 or email aging@cityofchicago.org. To support our unsheltered residents during the heat, DFSS and community partners conduct daily outreach efforts to residents experiencing homelessness. For those that are in need, we will transport to a cooling center and bring necessary materials such as water and other equipment to keep them safe. Our outreach teams respond to resident shelter requests and will provide transportation. The next 2 days will require that we all look out for one another and provide extra attention and resources to our vulnerable neighbors. Please remember, any needed assistance to neighbors, family members, older residents in particular, and those most vulnerable, if you need to request a well-being check, please call 311 or go to 311.chicago.gov or use the 311 app. Thank you very much, and I'll turn it over to the Commissioner of the Department of Buildings, Commissioner Baudet.
Thank you, Alicia. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. Rich, I already took your advice. I ditched the tie and the jacket and have loose-fitting cotton clothes on. So thank you for that. So when we have these extreme weather events, it's an all-hands-on-deck event from the city under the mayor's leadership, Mayor Lightfoot. So I thank her for that, and I thank my fellow departments for all coming together and how we work greatly together with one another to identify problems and build on each other's strengths. As was mentioned earlier, we ask all the building owners and managers to make sure that their cooling equipment is in proper functioning service. We do respond. We have been out already looking at the senior buildings in particular and others to make sure that everything's working fine and we're doing well-being checks. And if there are any issues, that they are addressed swiftly by the property owners or property managers. We work very closely with the industry. We've got a great track record here of worker safety and public safety. So we work closely with our industry, our trade union partners, to make sure that our workers who are out on the streets, out working in buildings or in construction sites are taking the proper precautions, and we thank them for that. The most important message I have here is that we're out there. We're out there right now. We were out there before the heat wave came. We'll be out there through the heat wave and afterwards to make sure that everyone is safe. So, this is Chicago. We have a great history of taking care of one another. That's going to continue through this. So please check on loved ones, on neighbors, especially elderly or vulnerable populations. And above all, if there are any issues, do not hesitate to call 911. We will be there and we will respond and offer assistance to you. So thank you for that. And next speaker, I'd like to introduce Dr. Jennifer Sue from the Department of Public Health. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baudet. Good morning. I am Dr. Jennifer Suh, Chief Medical Officer of the Chicago Department of Public Health. As the city braces for high temperatures, we'd like to caution residents to take care of themselves and to provide assistance to neighbors, family members, pets, and friends, particularly those who are elderly, those who live alone, those who are ill, young children, and pregnant people. Do not underestimate the health risks of heat and humidity. They are dangerous and in some cases can be deadly. Heat-related deaths and illness are preventable, yet hundreds of people die from extreme heat every year. To that end, we advise Chicagoans to be aware of the signs and symptoms of heat stroke and heat exhaustion during this period of excessive heat. Heat exhaustion is a milder form of heat-related illness that can develop after several days of exposure to high temperatures and inadequate or unbalanced replacement of fluids. A heat stroke is more serious and occurs when the body starts to lose its ability to regulate itself. Some telltale signs of a heat stroke include an extremely high body temperature of 103 degrees Fahrenheit or above, dizziness and nausea, a throbbing headache and a pulse that is rapid and strong, skin that is red, hot, and dry, and confusion. If you see someone suffering from heat stroke, call 911 immediately, then try to move the person into a cool place and cool the person with water. Remember to take care of yourself and to keep an eye out on one another. The Chicago Department of Public Health, like the entire city government, is here working together to help you, your family, and your neighbors stay safe and healthy this summer season. Thank you, and with that, I'd like to welcome Rosa Escareño, General Superintendent of the Chicago Park District.
Thank you, Dr. Shaw. Again, my name is Rosa Escareño, General Superintendent and CEO of the Chicago Park District. And as we prepare for this extreme high temperature forecast over the next few days, we want to remind our residents that the Chicago Park District is also a resource for those who are seeking relief from the heat. The Chicago Park District offers 34 designated cooling centers at our park field houses located throughout the city. The facilities offer air conditioning spaces and are open to the public during the park regular operating hours. It is important for, as we are the agency that is the agency leading recreation throughout the city, it is important to remind all of those who are out there either conducting any kind of sport or physical activity to please take extra caution and that please use our nearly 250 field houses throughout the entire park system to take shelter and to cool off. Also, what's very important for us is that we have about 176 water spray features that are currently operating throughout the city to ensure that the kids and community can actually use those to cool off, and that the remainder 200 plus spray features will actually be fully activated within the coming days. Also a reminder that our lakefront beaches are open for swimming daily. The hours of operation are from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. and we caution all those who are seeking relief at the beaches to please only swim in areas that are manned by our lifeguards. We encourage patrons to visit the Park District website for swim conditions before you head out to the beach, and sometimes these conditions may have an impact on the water levels. Also, please be mindful of the flag notification system at each of the beaches, which informs the patrons of the status, current status of that location. And as a quick reminder, the green flag means swimming is permitted. The yellow flag means that swimming is permitted, but with great caution is advised, and that the red flag swimming, meaning swimming is not permitted. So for your safety and the safety of others, we encourage everyone to look out for each other, to keep the exercise and activity at a minimum during these conditions to keep yourself safe. And also for the list of cooling centers, please visit our Chicago website at chicagoparkdistrict.com. And if I may, I just want to say a couple of comments in Spanish for our Spanish-speaking audience. El Distrito de Parques da una advertencia que con las temperaturas extremas de calor, los parques también actúan como centros de alivio de calor. Tenemos 34 centros en los cuales las personas pueden utilizar, que tienen aire acondicionado. También queremos advertir a los padres que a los niños que tienen mucha actividad o ejercicio afuera, no se aconseja que tengan mucha precaución con la actividad afuera, porque en estas calores puede causar problemas con la temperatura. También tenemos 200 parques que van a tener regaderas afuera con lugares donde pues, los niños pueden utilizar para mantenerse, mojarse y tener un poco de alivio del calor. Y también les recordamos que las playas están abiertas, pero que por favor tomen precaución y que solo naden en las áreas que tienen salvavidas. Las playas operan de las 11 de la mañana a las 7 de la noche. And with that, I'll turn it over to Mr. Galles.
Thank you, Ms. Escarina. And we do have Maggie Clemens here from Department of Libraries. Maggie?
Good morning. I'm Maggie Clemens, representing Chicago Public Library. As always, all of our library locations are open as cooling centers during operational hours. Our branches are open from either 10 to 6 or 12 to 8. Our Harold Washington Library Center and our 3 regionals, Sulzer, Woodson, and Legler on the north, south, and west sides are open from 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. Please check our website for up-to-date information, or you can call 312-747-4300. Also, we have programs in person and virtual, including an in-person program tonight at Harold Washington Library Center with David Duchovny discussing his new book. So please come out and stay cool joining us for that. We also have access to water, technology, and Wi-Fi, so thank you.
Thank you, Maggie. Also want to recognize ComEd is with us today here as well. They've been good partners with the City of Chicago, making sure all of our key facilities are working properly. With that, do we have any questions? Ma'am.
Yes, so, you know, we opened our beaches as part of the initial launch of summer during Memorial Day, but our actual full season starts on June 24th, so we're still working through that, and we'll have more information to come in the coming days.
Any other questions? With that, we'll close it out. Stay hydrated, stay safe, and just please continue to look out for each other. Thank you, everybody.